We are ready to start carving the neck. Here are most of the tools that I use. This is kind of my neck carving arsenal. I've got rasps, I've got microplanes, kind of almost like a cheese grater. I think they actually started out in the food industry. Lots of different versions of these, flat, round, coarse, fine. Japanese rasp gets pretty aggressive. It flips over for a fine or coarse. Lots of files and rasps. These Nicholsons are one of my favorite to use. This one's a 49. I've also got a 50 that I use quite a bit, but these Nicholsons are really some of my favorite. There's a flat and a curved side. They work really well, especially on the heel. The chisels actually need to go through and do a sharpening course on all of them and get them tuned up before I start the neck. So that's going to be super important. Spoke shaves, I've got a rounded base and a flat base. And this device here, you can see I've cleverly named neck carving base. It's just a platform that I've put some cork on to attach my neck to, that I can get nice access outside of the fretboard on both sides. I'm going to start shaping this heel with a chisel. And the heel is particularly difficult because we are dealing with cross grain, we're dealing with end grain, all kinds of things that you would normally not want to chisel or gouge if you didn't have to. But we are. And this is very similar to the several times that I've said along the way that let's start with what we know we have to get to, which is at least to this heel cap, right? So I'm going to just go downhill on this heel, just like this. I'm going to continue to do that until I get to the heel block. And then I'll start to worry about the actual shape of this and maybe trying to tie it in, transition into here, those kinds of things. But let's start with what we know we have to get to. I got a little tear out there. So this doesn't like to go that way. Definitely likes to come from this direction. It helps to have in mind what kind of a taper you want. Do you want a straight taper from the side of the heel cap to the side of the fretboard? Do you want it to curve a little bit and come out? You know, go straight on the heel cap and then curve out. And you may not know that right away, and that's okay. You can determine that as you go, but at some point you are going to want to make that decision. I am drawing a line from my heel cap straight, as if it were a straight taper, straight to the fretboard. If you do switch to a more aggressive tool like this, which has this insane tooth on it, make sure that you leave yourself enough room to get through that with a finer one, like this. Now this line is a little deceiving because it's actually on the inside edge of where I want to be here, so it's a little bit different. I need to leave myself a little bit of room outside this. But when you're getting after it and getting close to your marks anywhere on the neck, whether it's here on the heel block, whether it's your width, whether it's your thickness once we get to this, just go slow when you get close to those lines. I'm not really close yet, but it is super easy to blow right past them, no matter where you are. Especially if you get a big chunk of tear out. That'll ruin your day pretty quick if it's in the wrong spot. There isn't any real set radius or anything for this transition here. So it's really just a feel. Take a look at other guitars, see what kind of shape looks right to you. If you have a chance to play several, feel that back here, see which ones feel right to you. It's really all personal preference. Once I start getting closer, I'll come in with my straight edge and rock that back and forth, and yeah, I've got a pretty good size hump going on there. So I can clearly get rid of quite a bit of this, and then that'll get me flat from here to here. And then I just need to determine, do I want to go straight? Do I want a little bit of a curve in there? We'll see how that looks. And just finishing this up with a hand plane. A little block plane like that will help you to make sure that that's nice and straight. Before I get too carried away talking about straight, let's see. Oh yeah, that's pretty even between the fretboard and the heel cap. This is still quite a bit sloped away, straight away from the heel cap. What I usually like to do is go straight a little bit and then start my radius. So that's just a little too gradual and beefy in through here yet. So I've got quite a bit to take away here. Still working on those things that I know I have to get to. At least as a starting point. This is getting much closer. And that will be a little more evident as far as how much I have left when I go to thicknessing this. And then we can tie in the heel to where we start to thickness and shape that. Without going much further, now I want to go over to the other side, work on the other side of the heel. Then we'll take a look at the width on the whole neck, and then finally the thickness. It's also helpful to mark your end cap again, your heel cap, and make sure that you are even on both sides. It looks like I'm a little uneven, so I need to give myself my new mark. that's about as far as I really want to go on the heel until I have my other parameters, like the width taken care of and the thickness taken care of in a couple spots. But that's looking pretty good right now. Still a little fat, a little beefy, a little too much for me. But we will take care of that after I kind of get the rest of this, then I'll come back. Next, we will take a look at taking care of the widths and getting the sides much closer to the fretboard and maybe rounding these over a little bit.